bad breath. So here are some things that I've found out that I've been very, very interested in. Working with the breath has huge implications, but it's not for everyone. It can be very unsafe, dangerous, and damaging. Trauma, emotional stress, and illness. Lots of people are unable to take full breaths. All yoga that you see in the world prioritizes breathing through the nose rather than the mouth. I'm shocked to discover that there's a huge trend. This book's got people taping their mouth shut when they sleep to train themselves to breathe through the nose. Again, regular people want to do that. Crack on, great. Not okay for the people that we're working with. So there's a lot of pressure to nose breathe, and it can be very shaming, awkward, and uncomfortable, leaving people extremely vulnerable. Trauma survivors have many, many layers of psychological defenses in place to protect them. Moving these too quickly can result in significant destabilization. Purpose of mouth breathing. So from an evolutionary perspective, mouth breathing, it's an emergency response to acute stressors or threat. It's fight, flight. Blood rushes away from the brain, from the digestive systems and the organs to keep us safe. Mouth breathing fills the upper lobes and mid lobes, not those lower lobes with the parasympathetic good stuff in. So these lobes have a higher concentration of sympathetic nervous system receptors. So when they're activated, that's when the flashbacks happen. That's when my client is thinking that something's going on and the body takes over. Okay. So the vagus nerve will benefit from breaths that are longer and deeper. There's a link here with mouth breathers and sleep. Due to the connection between mouth breathing, clients may struggle to sleep. So this can result in worse anxiety, fatigue, and increased blood pressure. Whereas nose breathing is an optimal breath for the diaphragm. It's pulling air. Breathe with me now. Turn away deep. Breathe deeply into your diaphragm, into that lower belly. So it pulls air deep into the lower lobes of your lungs. So the lower lungs have that higher concentration, parasympathetic nervous system receptors and nerve endings. So that helps us balance sympathetic nervous system activity and corrects the fight, flight, freeze response. Breathing in the immune system. Nitric oxide is a gas that we use to regulate. It regulates the immune system, fights virus, regulates blood pressure, and it aids balance, coordination, and muscular control. It is produced in high amounts in the nose. A recent study compared nitric oxide production in nose breathing and mouth breathing clients and found that the nasal passages produced a significantly higher amount of nitric oxide than mouth breathing does. Immune system, fibromyalgia, the whole life. Our clients, the trauma survivors, all through the mouth, they get sick, right? And then they get the meds, and then they get sick again, and then they get more meds. When exercising, the nitric oxide levels increased in nose breathers and not mouth breathers, implying that nose breathing can protect against long-term stress, whereas mouth breathing will not.